Hi all. Today we are going to start class 12th computer science topic. Here the chapter number 2 we are starting with. As you all aware that chapter number 1 is revision of class 11th standard Python. So that is you already might have studied. So hence we are starting with functions, new chapter. So we are going to study what is function. You look here. Python provides the feature to divide a large program into smaller modules. These modules are known as functions. You know that a large bread piece, can you eat it? No, isn't it? So what you will do? You have to slice it, then you have to have it, right? The same way, a large program you can divide into smaller pieces. Let us look what are the advantages of a function. You look here on the board. A function is a subprogram that acts on data and often returns a value. It makes a program code reusable. That means using this function we can implement code reusability. That is one of the major advantages of using a function. And second advantage, you look at here, it implements divide and conquer. You know that what is divide and conquer? A large program is dividing into pieces and make it more simpler, then finally rejoining it and finally solving a solution. So this is called divide and conquer. Now let us see an example of a function. Here I wrote a function called greet. You look at it, this is a function. Function always starts with a keyword def. You look at it, I wrote a function here which name is greet, and inside that I wrote print good morning just for greeting something. Then I am calling this function. You look here, greet, this is the line I am calling. I am calling the function, and we can say this part onwards, this is main program, and I have called greet once, then it will display on the screen good morning. Again I am calling the same thing, then again it will display good morning. That means any number of times you can call a function. Carefully look at this, is one of the simplest function. Now let us see the same program, how can we execute in Python ideally. Okay, you look here, I have typed the program already. Now I am going to run the program. You look at it, when I am pressing F5, 2 times good morning, that greeting message is actually printing here. Now let us study what are the different types of functions. You see, there are 3 types of functions: built-in functions, modules, user-defined functions. Built-in functions, modules, user-defined functions. Now look at, we are going to explain built-in functions. See, these are predefined functions in Python which can be used at any part of the program by simply calling them. So examples, you look at here on the board, integer is an example, float is an example, string is an example, input is another example, print is another example. So these are all built-in functions which is already there, you just simply use it. Now next function, modules. This is the second type of functions. A module is a container of functions. A module in a Python is a file that contains a collection of related functions. That means similar type of functions can be included in one set of file which is called module. You can create your own module. These modules are generally used for predefined tasks and generally called libraries. You have to import modules. You see, there are 2 statements we have to use to import modules. One is import statement and second one is from statement. Now we are going to see how can we import a module into our own program. You look here, using import statement, how can we do? See, import module name, that is the syntax. Now you see example, import math, import random. That means all the functions inside a mathematical module will be imported into your program. Second, import random. You know that there are so many functions are there in random module. All can be imported through this import statement. Second way of importing a module is using from statement. Look here, From statement is used to import all functions or a selected function. I wrote one syntax here, from module name import function name. This is the way we can import a selected function. You look here, one example I wrote, in fact two examples I wrote. You look here carefully, from random import rand int. That means we have to, or we are going to importing only rand int function. But second statement you read it, from random import star. That star is very important. You look at the star. Star means all. That means from random we are importing all the functions. Let us discuss about third type of functions. Third type of functions are user defined functions. As you already aware, a function is a set of statements that performs a specific task. Here I wrote syntax. Syntax how to define a user defined function. You can see here there is a def keyword. Def keyword indicates that from here onwards we are starting a function. Then there is a function name, then bracket parameters. That means you can declare any number of variables as parameters. Now you look here, any number of statements you can write under that. So this is the general syntax of a user defined functions. Here I have an example also. You look here carefully. I wrote a function add, def add a comma b. Here a and b are parameters. We have already discussed in the syntax. Bracket whatever the variables you are writing, they are called parameters. Now you look here, I wrote s is equal to a plus b. That means I want to add a and b together. Return yes, that is very important statement, return. Return yes means the answer should go back. Where? From where you are calling the function. Answer should go back. Now you look here, hash underscore underscore main underscore underscore. Why I wrote underscore underscore main underscore underscore? Because here onwards actually our main program begins or main function begins. That is what I indicated, hash main underscore underscore. Now here I wrote print add 100 200. That means this 100 value will get it to A, 200 value will get it to B, and S will be calculated as 100 plus 200. You will get answer output 300. How? It will return back. That result 300 will comes back. That result will be printed on the screen. Now again you look at here, another way I am calling the same function, x comma y equal to 50 comma 250. That means two variables I am declaring and I am assigning the value 50 and 250 respectively. That means x will get 50 and y will get 250. Again I am calling the same function, s is equal to add x comma y. That means 50 will get it to A, 250 will get it to y. That means 50 and 250 will be added. Again you will get 300. Return answer. This return answer will come back. That answer will be, or that value will be stored in yes. Then that result printed using a print statement. Surely you will ask, sir, why? What is the use of a return statement? Simple. The answer, what is calculated in the function, that has to come back. Why it has to come back? That can be stored inside a variable and can be used. That is the requirement of return statement. The return back thing, either we are printing or we are storing it in a variable and printing. Hence, return statement is very, very important in certain cases. I have typed same program in Python ideally. Here I am going to run the program. Pressing F5, you look here, 300, 300 is the answer. How you are getting that answer? Just look here. When you are passing 100 and 200, S will be calculated as 300 and the return result will be printing on the screen. The second time when 50 and 250 are passing to X and Y respectively, then X value will be passing to A and Y value will be passing to B. Then the result will be calculated and it will comes back and store in S. That result also 50 plus 250 is 300. Now let us study next topic, parameters and arguments. You look at the screen. What are parameters? I have already discussed what are parameters in the previous slide. Parameters are the values which are provided at the time of function definition. You see, the same function I was discussed in the previous slide, I have written here. You look here, def add a comma b. At the time, a comma b are called parameters. The previous slide also I was discussed the same thing. A comma b, that means a and b are parameters. S is equal to a plus b, parameters are actually getting added here. So a and b are parameters. From where they are getting these values? They are getting the values from the function call. These parameters are also called formal parameters or formal arguments. Now let us study what are arguments. Look here, arguments are the values which are passed while calling a function. I have written the same function and main program also. Now you look here, x comma y equal to 100 comma 150. That means x value, I am passing it x value to a and y value to b. Here x and y are called arguments. And a and b are called parameters. I have already discussed in the previous slide. Children, within this I hope you understood what are functions, what are the different types of functions in Python, what is the difference between arguments and parameters. So these are the three topics I have taught you today. I will meet you in next class. We are going to study type of arguments and scope of variables. Okay, see you, bye, thank you all.